how can you ensure that you are not disqualified as a director if your company goes into liquidation? Well, the simple answer is you cannot do so. It's not the liquidator's decision. If you go into liquidation and it's an insolvent liquidation, then the liquidator has to answer questions for the Insolvency Service on the conduct of all directors in the 3 years prior to the date of the company going into insolvent liquidation. And what that means is, and these are factual questions, by and large. There are some opinion questions in there, but by and large they are factual questions, and the liquidator has to sign a declaration that the information that they're providing is correct to the best of their knowledge and belief. So if you're going into liquidation, the liquidator does not determine if a director is disqualified. And in fact, not even the Insolvency Service specifically determines. They may initiate issues like disqualification, but it's not ultimately their decision. If the director disagrees with the Insolvency Service's position, then ultimately it's a matter that goes before the court, and it's the court that will decide whether or not a director is disqualified or not. But it's not something that you can specifically guarantee. It is ultimately a matter of a point of view that will be considered by the Insolvency Service, which is an agency within the government, within the Department of Business, as to whether or not the conduct of a director falls below the standard that is required. When you actually look at the number of directors that are disqualified each year, as a general rule, the standard that is required to avoid disqualification is not actually a high one, even though the director's duties do reach a high standard. Certainly, the fact of the matter is those directors that are disqualified, as a general rule, the standard that they have met is well below what the legislation ultimately requires. Questions, queries, concerns, give us a shout. We know insolvency inside out.